Am I the asshole for telling my husband, then I guess this relationship won't work, and taking off my wedding ring after he told me not to talk about his family? My husband, 32 male, and I, 30 female, have been married for 8 months. We've been together almost 5 years, and for the most part, things were good until his brother, 36 male, came into the picture. Some context: my brother in law has been living abroad for the last 2 decades. He got a decent job overseas when he was young, stayed there forever, and just never came back to the US until recently. He even attended our wedding by one of those telepresence robots because he didn't want to fly back for such a short trip. So I never actually met him in person until after we were married. 6 months ago, brother in law got fired from his job and came back here with no place to live. So my husband told him he could stay with us for a little while. That little while has turned into 6 months of him living under our roof with no serious plans of leaving. Here's the issue: his behavior towards me makes me extremely uncomfortable. He makes these weird little comments when we're alone, like, "You must drive my brother crazy looking like that." Or, "If I were married to you, I'd never leave the house." Or, as he told me last week, insert husband's name, "is a fool for not showing you off." That's like hiding a diamond Ferrari in a garage. Sometimes he tries to make it sound like a joke, but it doesn't land as funny at all. He has also accidentally walked into the guest bathroom while I was in there twice and just shrugged it off. He's overly familiar in text too, sending winky faces, commenting on selfies I post, in private messages, DMs, which also throws me off, and is just acting creepy. I've been trying to handle this delicately because I didn't want to start a war between my husband and his brother, especially since he just lost his job. I thought maybe it was just me overthinking at first, but after months of this, I finally sat my husband down and explained what was going on. Instead of listening or even asking me for examples, he cut me off and told me that if I wanted this marriage to work, I cannot talk badly about his family. Oh, hell no. You just told your husband that his brother continually makes inappropriate comments to you. And his response was, if you want this marriage to work, that you cannot talk about him badly? Get the fuck out of here. I just sat there shocked. I asked if he was seriously telling me I couldn't even raise concerns about someone living in our house. And he doubled down and said, "That's my brother. If you love me, you won't make me choose." And so then I just took off my wedding ring right there, set it on the table, and said, "Then I guess this relationship won't work." After that, I walked away, grabbed some stuff, and started sleeping in the guest room. I've been cold and distant since because I honestly don't know how to even look at him the same way. I'm quietly making arrangements to go stay with a close friend for a while because I can't keep living like this. But I haven't told my husband yet. I just need space to think. Of course, word has gotten around his side of the family. His mom and one of his brothers, not the creepy one, have been calling and texting saying I'm overreacting, I'm dramatic, and I'm trying to break up a family. My mother-in-law actually told me I'm jealous of the bond between brothers. The only people who seem to understand me at all are my two sister-in-laws, who both said brother-in-law has always been off, but no one in the family wants to admit it. Now I'm sitting here wondering if I'm being dramatic. Like maybe it's not that bad and I blew up too fast. At the same time, my husband telling me I can't even talk about his brother feels like a slap in the face. I've been nothing but supportive of him and his family for years. I need like thousands of other options right now and opinions, especially people who don't know us. Am I overreacting or what? No, you're not overreacting. As a matter of fact, I think you're underreacting. Now, I'm not sure why you didn't tell your husband when these statements first started getting made, because I absolutely would have been telling my husband, "Get your brother in check. He is making comments that are very inappropriate and make me feel uncomfortable." Especially since in the 5 years you guys have been together, you had never met this brother. So I see where you're stating that other family members, his mother, his brother, not him, how they're all coming at you telling you how you're breaking up the family. Why the fuck isn't he living with one of them? Why did he have to come move in with you, his younger brother, and his younger brother's wife? If he's such a great guy, why doesn't he go live with mommy? He didn't need to come into your space. And what was going to be a short period of time is turned into 6 months. But in that 6 months, you get comments. Oh no. Where was it? Let me see. You must drive my brother crazy looking like that. Ew. If I were married to you, I'd never leave the house. I bet you wouldn't. But then again, you wouldn't be married to me because you're a creepy person. Or the whole thing about showing you off and you're like a diamond Ferrari in a garage. Those are absolutely comments that have sexual innuendo. The fact that your husband doesn't even want you to discuss it with him, your partner, that says you have a husband problem. You did the perfect thing by taking your ring off. Now you've got to take the next step forward because it looks like, I mean, even your sister-in-laws have stated that he's been off. My question is, why did he get fired from his job of 20 years? And then there's the whole thing of if he's 36, but he was there for over 20 years, you telling me he went abroad at 16? That sounds more like he was trying to escape something that happened here in the US. I don't know, maybe statute of limitations ended on whatever it was, or maybe the whatever had him going was no longer an issue. But if he's 36 now and he was abroad for over 20 years, that would have put him at least or just 16. No parent sends you off for a job in another country at 16. So I'm going to tell you there's more to it. I'd be doing some background checks. I'd be getting all my little sniffers out trying to figure out what's going on. But ultimately, none of that is your problem. Your problem is your husband. And the fact that he has basically told you, you are not allowed to have an opinion when it comes to his family unless it is a positive opinion. Well, no. You had every right to take off that ring and step away. But now I'd be going ahead and getting my stuff together and continuing that because this will not get better. It will only get worse. This is your first experience of it. And you guys are only 8 months into the marriage. What's going to happen when you have kids? If he's inappropriate with you, who's to say he's not going to be inappropriate with anything else that comes into the family? Like, you just don't know. I'm not saying he's a creeper, but the way he's talking to you, what if the guy decides, oh, well, I should be the baby daddy, not my brother? Like, there's so many different ways this could go, but all the directions lead towards a shit show. So this is where you need to decide, is this your monkey and your circus or not? Because if it is, buckle up. If it's not, get out of Dodge and let somebody else wrangle the clowns. Rogue out.